Hello friends, today we will be discussing about metals and non-metals. Welcome to my channel Chemistry Corner, which is created by Santosh Singh. Let's come to this introduction of chapter. In this chapter basically we will be studying about the properties of metals and non-metals. Actually, periodic table has been classified into 4 categories. And these categories are named as blocks. The name of S block is a block which is present in left hand side most. The D block at the middle side. The P block at the right hand side. And the F block at the bottom side. You must have seen 14 elements. 2 series are there which are called as F block elements. So out of these 4 blocks, the complete S, complete D and F block elements are metals. Only P block is a block which is a mixture of all 3 members. It is blessed with S block, it is blessed with metals, non-metals as well as metalloids. So let's understand their properties one by one. Physical properties of metals. The first property says that they are solid. Most of the metals are solid. Only mercury is a metal which is found in liquid state at room temperature. Okay, so this mercury based statement is important for 1 mark question. They may frame question, name the element, name the metal which is found in liquid state at room temperature. So the answer will be mercury. The second point says they all are hard, but there are few elements which are comparatively very much softer. So lithium, sodium and potassium are very soft in nature. They are so soft even we can cut them with a knife. They are having ductility property. So they are ductile in nature. What is the meaning of ductility? The means says that they can be converted into thin wires. Metals are having malleable property. Malleable property means they can be converted into thin sheets by hitting with hammer. Okay, hammer means हथौड़े से उसको पीट कर हिट करके अच्छे से we can convert it into thin sheets. The next property says they are lustrous. Lustrous means a metallic shine which metal is having. Generally all metals are having high boiling and melting point, but again 2 exceptional cases are there. The one is gallium and the second is cesium. So gallium and cesium are 2 metals which are having low melting point. Their melting point is too low, like if you are keeping them on your palm, so metals will melt down. Okay, so their melting point is below the human body temperature. Metals are sonorous. The meaning of sonorous means if you are hitting them with something, then they will create a metallic sound. This property of creating metallic sound is called as sonority. Metals are also having a group of metals which is called as coinage metal, and copper, silver and gold are the coinage metal. The meaning of coinage is that these are the metals which can be used to make coins. So in ancient time, copper coins, silver coin, gold coins used by the people, but nowadays even we are using silver and gold coins. Metals are good conductor of electricity, but silver is a metal which is having highest conductivity. Very high conductivity is shown by silver. Silver symbol is Ag. Remember children, whenever any element is having symbol of 2 alphabets or 2 letters, always first alphabet to be written in capital and second alphabet to be written in small. So Ag is a symbol of silver. So Ag will be written by writing capital A and small g. The next property which is shown by metal is they are electropositive in nature. What is the meaning of electropositivity? Electropositivity is a tendency to contain 8 electron in the valence shell. Valence shell means the outermost shell. So those metal which want to keep 8 electron in their valence shell by donating electron. So this nature of metal is called as electropositivity. So containing 8 in the valence shell by donating electron is called as electropositivity. So this is the nature which metals are showing. For example, sodium electronic configuration. Sodium is having 11 electrons. Out of 11, 2 are present in first shell, 8 are present in second shell, and 1 is present in third shell. So the moment it is releasing its 1 electron from third shell, the second shell carries 8. So it is achieving the conditions of 8 electron in valence shell by donating 1 electron. Now we have finished the physical properties of metals. It's time to discuss physical properties of non-metals. Non-metals are found in all three states: solid, liquid, as well as in gaseous form. They are having low melting and boiling point in comparison to metals. They are not having out of these property which metals are having. They all are non-lustrous, they are non-ductile, they are non-malleable and non-sonorous. They are not having metallic luster, but there is one exceptional case, that is iodine. Iodine is a non-metal and it is violet color solid. It is violet color solid, but this is having a metallic luster. So again this is important for 1 mark question. Name a non-metal which is having a metallic luster. So the next is bromine is a non-metal which exists in form of red liquid. So bromine is found in liquid state and again it is a non-metal. Physical properties of non-metals are few more. For example, if we talk about their conductivity, so non-metals are bad conductor of electricity, but carbon and graphite, these are the two allotropes of carbon. These are the two allotropes of carbon. Out of these two, carbon, the allotropic form of carbon named as graphite is a good conductor of electricity, but the diamond is bad conductor of electricity. Graphite is soft in nature, diamond is hard in nature. Diamond is a natural substance, graphite is also natural substance. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity because of the presence of free electron. So it may be a reasoning based question. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity, give reason why. Because of the presence of free electron will be the answer. The next, non-metals generally exist in form of molecules like diatomic molecule, triatomic molecule, tetraatomic and octatomic. Diatomic, where 2 atoms will attach with each other to form a molecule. Triatomic, where 3 atoms will attach with each other to form a molecule like O3. Diatomic, O2, N2, Cl2, Br2, F2. Triatomic, only one example, that is ozone. Tetraatomic, P4. Octatomic, S8. But it is not necessary that they are only existing in di, tri, tetra or octa or multi-atomic form. They also exist in monoatomic form, means in a single form. So let's have a look of examples which are coming in different categories. Monoatomic, all noble gases, means noble elements. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, these are also called as inert gases. Diatomic, O2, H2, N2, means oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Triatomic, ozone. Tetraatomic, phosphorus. outer atomic sulfur. Now, properties of metalloids. Elements which contain the properties of metals and non-metals are called as metalloids. Means they are having mixture of these properties. For example, boron, silicon, antimony, arsenic are the examples of metalloids. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will avoid searching the channel and you will be getting latest update with the help of bell icon.